Alright, welcome back again. It's another one of the same type of days. Starting off with washing off a salty truck, and then we'll see what else I get into. Alright, so we have nothing but warmer temperatures and rain in the forecast. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the salter, and that way I'll be able to wash underneath this rubber mat where it just holds water, and I'll be able to wash the salter real good and let everything kind of air out for a little bit. I'm not going to go ahead and put the sides back on yet. I'll probably give it another week or so, and then at least I can get that truck back to summer mode. And then the other truck is super easy because it's just a pickup truck, so you just have to pull the salter and put the tailgate back on. So that'll stay in till probably April 1st or so, depending on weather. But as of right now, I'm going to pull the salter and get it to wash. Alright, just like that, salter's out. Pretty easy. So, yeah, as you can see, salt gets underneath here. So it's not great, but that's why we paint the bed each year. So it's not actually, it's just surface rust. It's not, the paint's still there, so nasty stuff. Alright, so it's later that day. Just wanted to show you what I've been up to. Didn't really film a lot because there wasn't really much to show, but washed this. And then I have this can, Rust Reformer, instantly converts rust to a protected paintable surface. And I've been using that all winter on areas. You can kind of see where it's like flat black versus the shiny, especially here where it gets like rock chips and stuff. And anywhere that I've ever seen any little speck of rust, I've been touching that up with just to try and keep the bed from getting any rust. So I just went through like you saw earlier, where that rubber mat was, and I painted all that with that. Even though it's all gonna get worn off, it's probably gonna be at least a couple weeks before we actually use this for work. So figured might as well let that stuff kind of bake in the sun tomorrow, stuff like that. Here's a good example. So there must have been a little bit of rust or something right there starting, just surface rust, nothing crazy. We get our trucks oiled, so the frame's all nice still, but that's just one of those things that I've been doing just to try and keep the truck as rust free as possible, considering it's a salt truck. But yeah, you can see there's no rust anywhere, and it's been a salt truck for at least 4 years, so it's out in every storm. So just a little tip I thought I'd share. All right, Thursday morning. I'm gonna start doing some work, getting things ready for spring. I know earlier, well, yesterday I mentioned that I probably wasn't gonna put the sides on yet, but I think I'm going to get this truck completely set up for summer. That way, because this is the thing that takes the longest to get swapped back and forth. In worst case, I would just salt with the sides on one time if I had to, but I still have the salter in the other truck, so I'm not too worried about it. So that's the first thing we're gonna do today, is get all sides unburied from the snow back on this truck, and then head to the back and start pulling out some trailers and seeing what needs to be done to get those ready, so that next week hopefully I can go get the machines off the snow sites and do some maintenance on those and get to work. All right, go ahead and get the skid started up. Still starts up just fine. We'll let that warm up while I grab some tools, and that way I can get the sides put on. Alright, so it's pretty simple to get this ready to put the doors on. Just have to take these metal brackets off, so it's 2 bolts, which I made those to hold the boards in the winter. So take these off, 2 on each side, and then grab the sides with the forks and hold them up there, and then put the brackets on, or the hinges, and then that's about it. Alright, so you can see, just took those off. Took that off, and then basically that roughly goes like that. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so here's all my salter wiring and lights and stuff like that. So what I do, if they don't have a good cover, or even if they do, I fill the whole thing with dielectric grease, and then I put tape over it. See, I already did that one. And then here's the actual Salter harness. So I just fill the whole thing with dielectric grease to prevent any corrosion throughout the summer. And then these conveniently have caps. And then I just take, I'll probably put some duct tape over first. And then that traps all the dielectric grease inside of it. And then I take the electrical tape. And I just wrap it really nice. And that's always worked for preventing any corrosion throughout the summer. That's kind of stupid, but whatever. Alright, so lastly, I already put one in, but on the end right there, put one of these in on each end. And that's about it. And this truck's pretty much ready for the summer. And that's that. Now the side's nice and sturdy, got the big bolt in the middle, nice long screw on each side, and we're ready to just give this thing a nice detail and get this thing to work. And this is what it looks like with the side up. So starting to look good. Beautiful day, by the way. Feels great out. Hopefully this weather sticks around. All right, got everything cleaned up. So this truck is ready for summer. Actually, one last thing, almost forgot. Got to put the covers back on, and then it'll really be looking good for summer. Been really happy with this bed. I like the fold down sides a lot. All right, enough of that. Let's start working on some trailers. All right, a few hours later, ate lunch and did a couple final odds and ends. Ended up putting the chrome caps back on, and then I had one last mounting bracket to fix for the wheel wells, so those are looking good again, because this one was almost dragging. You know, now that I think of it, that could have been bad if that bolt was hitting, but I don't think it was. So this truck is 100% ready to summer standards. Like I said before, though, I wouldn't mind giving it a good wax and clean out the inside. It's seen some better days, but that'll be on another warm day when everything's pretty much ready and I just can wash some stuff on the weekend or something. But as of right now, I think this will end out this video, and then in the next video hopefully I'll either be working on my 7.3 project or pulling trailers out and seeing what needs to be done inside there. So thanks for watching.